In the animal kingdom, we are most likely to see a great dominance from the predator over its prey. Sometimes, it is not that simple tough. In some habitats, some species have been fighting with prey for a long time, thus forming a very great rivalry. So today, I'm going to tell you about the scariest and deadliest battles in the animal kingdom. 1. Sperm whale versus giant squid. Sperm whales range from 15 to 18 meters, and can dive as deep as 1,000 meters, and that is probably where they find their mortal enemy. Giant squids are deep-sea creatures that can be the real versions of the mighty mythological kraken. The biggest giant squid ever found measured 18 meters. Unfortunately, the fights between those giants happen at such deepness that it has never been caught on tape. So, how do we know that these events even occur? Well, it is common to find sperm whales with scars that match the giant squid tentacles as well as indigestible squid body parts in its stomach. The sperm whale dives searching for food and engage in a life and death contend with the giant squids, and it is not that impossible to imagine an outcome that is not much favorable for the whales. 2. Mongoose versus Cobra. We probably would think that no animal would be crazy enough to just go ahead and face a venomous snake, right? Well, the mongoose can prove us wrong, as it can fearlessly face a cobra and most of the times emerge as the victory from the fight. However, how exactly can it do that? Mongooses are found mostly in Africa. They range from 18 cm long to 60 cm long, depending on the species. They eat almost anything: birds, small rodents, frogs, reptiles, insects as well as fruits, nuts and seeds. They are very smart hunters. They can open bird eggs by throwing them at solid objects. They often encounter cobras, and they can take a big advantage in the confrontation. Mongooses have specialized acetylcholine receptors that make them resistant or even immune to snake venom. This characteristic put mongooses ahead of its adversary and explain why mongooses can kill cobras. 3. Polar bear versus walrus. Polar bears are giant beasts from the Arctic. A mature male polar bear can weigh more than 700 kilograms, making it one of the largest land carnivores on Earth. But walruses are much heavier. An adult male walrus can weigh more than 2,000 kilograms, about 3 times as much as a polar bear. However, polar bears usually hunt seals, but when food is scarce, they can aim for something a little bigger. But walrus is a very dangerous prey for polar bears. They also have 2-3 feet long tusks that can be used as powerful weapons. Polar bear tries to attack a walrus, anything can happen. The bear is stronger and a natural predator, but there are many cases of polar bears found dead or severe wounded by walruses' tusks. The polar bear may try to avoid the walruses, but they will take their chances when extremely hungry. Most of the times they will be successful, but sometimes the walruses can make serious damage. 4. Python versus alligator. Burmese pythons are native from the Southwest Asia. Burmese pythons range from 5 to 7 meters and weigh up to 90 kilograms. They kill their prey by constriction, squeezing until it suffocates. They are also great swimmers, being able to stay underwater for 30 minutes. Male American alligators reach, in average, 3.4 meters and can weigh up to 450 kilograms, but it is not common. The alligator's back skin is armored with bony plates. Alligators and Burmese pythons will not usually engage in confrontation, but the unusual thing about these two beasts is that when they do, either one can win the battle and eat the other. The only difference is that the alligator will eat piece by piece, and the python will swallow its meal whole. 5. Elephant versus rhino. Ranging from 2.4 to 3.2 meters, African elephants are the biggest land animals on the planet. Normally, they can weigh up to 6,000 kilograms and eat 149 kilograms to 169 kilograms of food in a single day. Rhinoceroses are smaller, but still big. They range from 1.4 to 1.8 meters and can weigh up to 1,400 kilograms. These two African giants compete for the same space, so an encounter between them is not uncommon. Elephants are usually peaceful creatures, but a musith period can easily change that. Elephants in a musith become tremendous aggressive and will probably attack a rhino that crosses their path. The elephant can take down the rhino and smash it with its great weight. In February 2000, a young group of orphaned elephants at an African park was reported to have killed 36 rhinos. In this case, elephants developed an extremely aggressive behavior. This may have happened because of the lack of adult elephants' influence. The young group was actually hunting down the rhinos. 6. Ants versus termites. This is probably the most unfair rivalry in this video. Termites build mounds that can reach over 5 meters tall. Termites' worst enemy is actually the rain. They can take 5 years to build a mound only to see it crumble over their heads with a heavy rain. Any damage to the mound is immediately communicated to the workers, and they start to repair as the soldiers prepare for defense. However, ants are a nightmare to termites. They often invade termites' mounds, even to use them as home. Termites do not stand much of a chance against the ant army, and their only possibility is trying to avoid the ants from entering the mound. Termites will usually lose this war, but sometimes, they manage to seal off some of the nest and protect some of the colony. 7. Lions versus hyenas. If you watched the Lion King movie, certainly you remember the rivalry between the lions and the hyenas. They were very afraid of Mufasa, but used to chase little Simba. Lions are much stronger than hyenas, so you would consider it a very unfair contend, but, in reality, things are not the same every time. Hyenas and lions have competed for the same prey and animal carcasses since the beginning of their history. When two species of animals fight for the same food, tension between them increase along with survival instinct. As we have said, lions are stronger, but hyena population is much bigger, and this can make a difference in the outcome of an encounter between these two enemies. However, when a clan of hyenas face a pride of lions, nobody can tell for sure what is about to happen. 8. Honeybees versus Asian giant hornets. Giant Asian hornets, like their name states, are huge hornets with 2 inches that can fly up to 40 kilometers per hour. They like to feed honeybee larvae to their young, and so begins one of the most incredible wars in the whole animal kingdom. Asian giant hornets invade honeybees' hives searching for the larvae and destroy everything in the process. They cut the bees' heads off with their mandibles. When the bees try to fight back and sting their enemies, they cannot pass through the hornet's strong armor. One hornet alone can take down 20 bees per minute. Only a few hornets, under 50 hornets, can exterminate a colony of tens of thousands of bees in a few hours. At this point, you are probably thinking that the bees cannot do anything to fight back. Well, the truth is, they have developed an incredible defense against these invaders. When a hornet finds a hive, the bees do not try to stop it. Instead, they let it in and fall right into their trap. They surround the hornet, forming a bee ball, and start to vibrate, heating up the hornet until it is cooked. This is one of the most spectacular defense mechanisms in nature. Asian giant hornets are the most terrible insects, but the honeybees can be brave enough to fight them back. 9. Bear versus wolves. If a bear runs into a group of wolves, the most possible result is both sides avoiding each other. There is no need for them to begin a confrontation, as it could not be advantageous for anyone. Not all of this apply in one situation, when they are fighting for carcass. Winter can be harsh and food very difficult to find. So, bears are much larger than wolves. Grizzly bears range from 1 meter to 2.5 meters, and weigh 180 kilograms to 360 kilograms. A wolf ranges from 80 to 160 centimeters, and weighs up to 12 kilograms to 79 kilograms. So, if a lone wolf runs into a bear, it would most probably flee, because it would stand no chance. However, wolves have a great advantage: they work as a group. When the wolves work together, even the mighty grizzly bear must leave them alone and walk away. 10. White shark versus killer whale. Well, the ocean is full of surprises and, most of all, full of giant, terrible creatures. What do you think would happen if the great white crossed a killer whale's path? Orcas, also known as killer whales, can weigh up to 5,600 kilograms and reach 9.5 meters, while the great white shark usually weigh up to 1,000 kilograms and reach about 5 meters. Observers in Farallon Islands witnessed a real encounter between these two sea giants. According to them, the orca did actually change its course in order to attack the great white. The orca rammed the shark on the flank, leaving it very confused, then took it from behind, turning it upside down and drowning it. Even the great white shark can be overpowered sometimes. So, humans as well as animals have enemies. They fight with each other for various reasons, such as food and shelter. Sometimes, they die after a fight. But things like this further prove that the animal world is amazing. So, what do you think about this video? Don't forget to comment it below.